life, I decided to go crazy and splurge, and I bought the Caran D'Ache Graphwood pencils. These are a luxury pencil, if there's such a thing. And I've used their colored pencils and their watercolor pencils before, and they really are significantly higher quality in those cases. So I was very curious to see if these the Graphwood pencils were a higher quality. So let's take a look down here. I've done a simple gradation scale here with the different pencils that I bought. And I bought 8B all the way through B, and then I bought an HB, H, 2H, 3H, 4H. The first thing that I noticed about them when I was drawing with them is that they are significantly, the only way to say it is that they're smoother or creamier, which was my experience with their colored pencils as well. Part of it is that they are a much thicker pencil, so there's a little bit more weight to them. And I believe that the lead is thicker, so maybe you're actually getting more for your money. I'm not really sure. The price is a little bit shocking. So for 13 pencils, I paid nearly $40. They were about $2.40 per pencil plus tax. So they really are almost, twice or 3 times as expensive as your regular pencil. And because of that, I was expecting some sort of more luxury, smooth feel. It is a little bit smoother, I'm not gonna lie. They are a little bit smoother than the other pencils that I've used and the pencils that I use regularly, but I haven't decided whether or not it's really worth the extra expense. One of the nicer features about them though is that if you're just learning about your pencils, look at this beautiful display that they have here. When you have a soft pencil, the 8B, they've made it the darkest value on the paint color. And then you can see that they gradually step down. So you've got 8B, 7B, 6B, 5B, 4B, 3B, 2B, B, HB, H, 2H, 3H, 4H. So your 8B is a dark pencil, and your 4H, because it's a harder pencil or lighter, it's actually lighter in value. When I'm working in the studio, of course, these are spread all over. They're not in a beautiful order like this, but it still might be easier to figure out and find a different pencil when you have, a big ball of them together. You could say, oh, I need a harder pencil, but not the hardest one, so I'm gonna pull this out, and there you go, it's a B. So that might be a really nice feature, especially when you're just learning the different grades of your pencil. The other thing that I'd like to point out is that on multiples of them, let's look at that one and this one, when I sharpen them, do you see how the wood splits just a little bit and the pencil turns into a really strange shape? Now, that could be because I have to use a less exact pencil sharpener because of the thickness of them. With these, I can only fit them into my pencil sharpener that has the adjustable opening. I can't put these in my standard pencil sharpener, which has the one particular size because they're too fat to fit in there. And this pencil sharpener, I want to say, is a little bit less precise, and I usually have a little bit more problems with than my other X-Acto pencil sharpener. But I also think that there's something about how the wood is formulated and attached to the lead. Your lead can either be glued to the wood sandwich in the pencil, or it can be loose. And my sense is that these might be loose, either that or the wood just doesn't quite sharpen as nicely as some of the other woods and the other pencils that I've reviewed recently. So it hasn't been a problem yet. But typically when I see this kind of splintering like this of the wood, it winds up being a problem at some point. The lead breaks loose, or you break the lead because the wood isn't actually sandwiching it properly. So that was a little bit surprising to see because of the noted luxury of this brand. But here I've got a pair that I've drawn with this one. This was using a 6B. I did have to sharpen my 6B a little bit more, so when I put this in here, you can see that my 6B got a little bit shorter. I did have to sharpen it a couple of times in order to accomplish this pair. But I felt like it was a nice, smooth, soft feel. It was enjoyable to hold the pencil, and you know, maybe I felt like it was a little bit better because I paid 2 to 3 times as much for this pencil. But honestly, I think it might just be a psychological effect. So they're nice. I'm not sure they're worth the price. I'm going to enjoy using them, but we'll see if I buy them again. I'll keep you guys posted as I continue to use them in the studio and see if I discover anything fantastic that I want to include in the comments down below. So let me know what you think about them. I'm anxious to hear. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, LZM Studio, where I frequently release quick tips and all kinds of different ideas about drawing. Also check out my Facebook and my Instagram page. I like to show photographs of my artwork, of my students' artwork, and share funny stories from my students on those pages. And then check out my website, lzmstudio.com, where you're going to find more inspiration and full-length, detailed tutorials.